Hey, amigo, just doing an audio check. If it sounds fine, give me a thumbs up. I'll be starting in about a minute or two. Thank you for your patience. Hey, amigo, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Audio's a bit loud, let me just turn that down a bit. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's liking my haircut today. You know, just went down to the barber, just said, hey, can I look professional? And he said, yeah, do you want the Phoenix? And I said, yeah, I want the Phoenix, and I got the Phoenix. Look at me now. I look fantastic. Although, for some reason, it doesn't stick on my head, so it's a weird wig I got right now. It's a weird wig. But CB, Pixel Dog, how you two doing? How you doing? So we're back with the game. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. It's like a PNG taped to the screen. No, it's my wig that is taped on to my life. There we go. It's a wig taped onto my life. How about that? Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. And then we bolted. Oh. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? You both look unhurt. Good. So, as a little recap, the ship made a turn and locked up the doors. So we're getting closer to the mystery of how the things, fell over. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were gonna collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos, passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. Well, that was horrible, that was a horrible accent, I'm sorry. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Maybe because we have one less person on board, so less people to scream, I guess. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah, you wicked intruder dressed in all black! You are the devil! Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. Oh, don't worry, your future boy, Phoenix Wright gets called devil a lot because of his spiky hair. He's got that devilishly spiky hair, like I got right now, because I'm devilishly handsome. You opened my traveling case! How could you? That was Apollo? Well, in the future, somebody gets called a devil for their wonderful hair. The two little oh yeah, the devil horns, that's why. Oh yeah, Phoenix just gets called Porcupine Head. What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector! Yes? Arrest this man, I know he did it. He is a criminal, it is not enough that he has killed a man. Darn, he has stole away his wallet, fixing promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? The Phoenix hair on my... What do you mean Phoenix hair on my model? This is real life hair, let me tell ya. If I move around with my hair, it moves around with me, see? Look at that. Look at that magical head right there. I am flippin' gorgeous. The Phoenix hair on you. How you doing, Colby? Take him away, he is trespasser, as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right, you are devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There is cell below deck, draw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong, then we give you straight to police. We land in Hong Kong. There we go. We're not going to Hong Kong. We're going to Callahong. Callahong or Callakong? Which one would you prefer, chat? Callahong or Callakong? Everywhere is California, but not California at the same time. Lanky Kong. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. By the way, Kobe, I love Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga is amazing. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Where's my husbando immediately? Herlock? 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 Pavlova, stop looking scared. You look like me when I'm cold. Get out. Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but get out now. We just needed to investigate in here to help understand what happened. Oh, it's no use. She's not gonna listen, and she spoke in some different language. What is this, English? I need to find someone who will. Beef stroganoff. Hosonaga needs to take it like 3 steps down a notch. Come on, let Hosonaga be Hosonaga. He can't be Hosonaga without acting all Hosonaga, right? Please, just give me a little more time. I do nothing for you, except show you where to ship's prison cell. Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent, I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away? Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual adventures and, well... Enough! You are guilty! Ship's cell is only place fit for you! Come on, there has to be someone, some savior to rescue me from this crisis, some guy in the cabinet just sitting there, you know, maybe if I look around... What the flip is he doing? I was joking and he's right there... Oh my goodness. You look over and there's my savior right now, my angel from above. Freaking Herlock. What the... What are you doing up there? Do not address the Herlock on the... Oh. He is looking freaking gorgeous, let me tell ya. He is rocking that tiara. Go, Mr. Herlock. He is a big ol'... Like, that is literally him right there. He doesn't need a degree to be a clothing hanger. Oh, I don't do that. Mr. Sholmes? Oh my goodness. Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, I look freaking fabulous? It is my business to know what other people do not. This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To be a monkey. To probably assess the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall so full of brag and bounce. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. So, chat, answer me this. Do you take him seriously? Like right now, what's he doing right now wearing that tiara? Do you take Herlock Sholmes seriously? Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I love you. I have something to report to you most urgently, that I love you. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on a wall next time. He does not look like he's fighting in that animation. He looks like he's dancing. He's doing bovies. What is it to report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Dance fighting, exactly. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved by me, naturally. What? Really? By the way, chat. One question to everybody who's playing this game. How far did you get in the game? You know, just tell me what case you're on. Are you still on this case, the third case, the fourth case, the fifth case, the sixth case, the seventh case, the eighth case, the ninth case? My case? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detectives greatly in my great deduction to the case. And also, is audio A-okay with everybody? Just making sure. You have solved it? Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all wait, Hedgehog? Is he talking about me? We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! Almost done with case 3, almost case 4, wow. Alright, gotcha. It's the only thing you're streaming right now, Colby. Gotcha. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. But it could have shut itself when the ship turned. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Duh, locked room at this point. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. Well, I guess I'll die. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room after all. By the way, Herlock, where's the tiara? I put it away in my pocket because, you know, that money is good for my gadgets. What? Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man! The ventilator? You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. The killer vented. Oh my goodness. Killer vented sus. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Hold on. We need that. Among Us alarm. We need that. He vented. Oh wait, this one. What is the sound effect? The whatever. Sasato. I love that, Sasato. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening. It's not possible. But it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. It was Pavlova. She's as slithery as a snake. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled man is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled man? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. He's punching out. He's playing VR right now. That's his VR headset. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? I'm playing Phasmophobia IRL. There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. My body is ready. What I'm about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! Ah! What's with the screaming? Did he turn off the... Wait, what? Oh! Holy flip, that's a snack. I like the new scarf you're wearing, Beef Stroganoff. Look at Snake, though. Look at Snake. Everybody say hello to Snake. What, are you gonna pass by without saying howdy to the snake? Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the Speckled Band. A snake? Indubitably. Oh. Huh, so that is a snake indeed. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Gray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Snake! Snake! Snarky. Yes, you're right. I think in this case you have to call it the Striped Band, wouldn't you? What a genius, Susato. Susato, you're a freaking genius. You know what we need? We need this. We need this right now. She said the Striped Band, and you know what people went? There we go. There we go. She was funny, wasn't she? Oh, goodness. You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Didn't know I had a live studio audience? Isn't that all of you right now? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. You see, I got you there. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. There were two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. So, are we going to arrest the snake? We're going to arrest the snake. We need to get like one. Wait, to arrest the snake, do you still need two handcuffs or just one singular handcuff? How do we arrest the snake? She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. Does he like it? He can just remove it, right? I like the look. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Here we go with the great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Intruder's identity. Oh boy, here we go. The song and dance number. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. As I sussed. Another Telltale glance. Telltale Games. Spotlight on the snake! Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled man. Oh no, is the snake angry? Snake be angry though. Whereas regrettably, snake has no teeth. Oh yeah, you're right. Snake has no teeth, but can't they retract their fangs though? They can retract their fangs. This specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Get that spotlight away from me. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's sloth skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours. Does the spotlight give you Ghost Trick vibes as well? You're right, it does give that Ghost Trick vibe. I can see that all the other games that the director worked on, it all comes together for the Great Ace Attorney, right? The same director, right? It has to be the same director. Shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your dense speckled friend vented next door. Hey, Fibren. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent sussed his way into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled man. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slopes its skin. A snake so dreadful we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. India? You mean Calindia? There we go, my favorite state of the United States, Cala-India. How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. I can see his dead face! How did this young man lose his life and why? So, chat, imagine you want to go to heaven, but God said, spotlight, and just shows Asogi's face. What would you do? What would you do if everything just went dark and it just shows Asogi's face dead? How would you react to that? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. I can't stop imagining it. I can't stop imagining just going to God and he just shows Asogi's face in a dark void. Just like, how do you explain this? And I'm like, what do you mean? I can't explain how he died. I can't stop imagining it. It's stupid. Oh, okay. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take that as fact... Oh wow, we traveled back to the past, didn't we? We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There is no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't? It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed, you put the serpent through this vent. And wait, after a period you summon it back with a whistle. Wait, what? Didn't the whistle come first and then the snake showed up? I think Mr. Sholmes got that reversed. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you will listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It is not true! Having slid it through the vent and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom will course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt my logic is infallible. Alright, perfect. He did a great job. Alright, case closed. Let's shut down the game. Alright, I'm done. Yeah, he did it. He really did it. We don't need to fix it or anything. Let's just arrest her. Case 2 done. Let's go. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Imagine I really shut the game because I really believe him. Everybody's just staring at him like, huh? Did that all just happen? Did he really make a bunch of spotlights appear? Did we really go back into the past and see the dead body once more? Yes, that all happened. He is magical. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible! You've solved the mystery! Amazing, your great deduction really lives up to its name. Is that tall dude okay with the snake wrapped around his face? Yeah, he is. Don't worry about him. The snake is a fancy scarf. Live scarf. Forget fur. Snakes are the new fashion right now. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable, as the Russians say. I could have done it with one left hand. I'm left-handed. Do I take offense to that or what? Should I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, this book says you're a liar. Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So am I a mammal? Do I like drinking milk? I don't know. I'm not a big milk drinker. I mean, unless you give me like warm chocolate milk or warm milk to put me to sleep, you know, like Betty by milk, I mean, I am a sloth, so I guess that means I have to drink milk, but I'm mostly a water drinker. Nobody gives a sloth a bowl of milk. I mean, they do give the babies bottled milk, I guess, but I don't know. So, I'm not sure it will be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter, no doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example, the logic holds. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Ah. Yeah, so I'm not sure it will really be possible to signal a snake by whistling. So how do snake charmers do it? They play music and the snake comes out, right? How does that work? Do they feel the vibrations of the music or something? I always wonder about that. But madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? Oh, I'm about to get it answered right now. I asked a question. I'm about to get it answered. I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh. Oh, I see. I've learned something today! No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless! Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales in their bellies to propel themselves. So I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat Velcro like the ones in these cabins. Then it should try harder. This is not helping. Please don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. Please don't be angry. It's not my fault that these things don't work. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the vent to the next door cabin, it could not come back without help. Oh my goodness. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Chat, this is funny. This is really funny. Aww. Sholmes is sad. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you. You put down Mr. Sholmes so bad. Why'd you do that, Sasato? You are sus, Sasato. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh no, you don't mean. Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? Oh, I'm free again. You've done it again. Your handcuffs are gone. Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd lead them off. Now, everyone, let us begin! Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. He rolls his R's, he does. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Let's fix it up with topic 1, Intruder's Identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. So does he go, Mierder? Yes, he is Conductor. I mean, he kinda looks like Conductor if Conductor were wearing yellow instead of black, but Conductor is yellow creature with black clothing. So in a way, Sholmes could be Conductor in a way. Yeah, you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Ah. So let's see, her aching heart. Let's look at her aching heart. That is an option. She really does look troubled. Yes, it's hard to believe she's putting that expression on to fool us. But if you look closely, it's almost like she's actually staring at something. At what do you think? Perhaps something physically causing her pain. We should have a closer look. Let's look around. Let's see. What else do we got here? What is she looking at that's giving her pain? Oh. She got scratched by a claw, so it might be a cat on the loose. Oh, Naruhodo-san, look! That looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Hello, snaky friend. How's our snaky friend doing? Is he doing okay? He's doing okay, chat. He's doing okay. Just in case if anybody was wondering about the snake, he's cool. He's all cool. Yes. Claw scratch. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch marks with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. And it is that very pain that evidences your extricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I sussed, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? But if they did, that'd be freaking creepy. No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san. That's where we'll find the answer. Let's look around. Oh. Is Stroganov her friend? Oh. Hey, look at that frame. Aww, kitty. Look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. See, she is beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true, but personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Isn't that cute, chat? Look at this kitty. Look at this kitty. I want this kitty. Give me this kitty right now. I want it. Give me. That must be a stage costume she's wearing. It's quite stunning. I should like to have something like that. And she's wearing the 20,000 rubles on her head as well. Look. It's called a tiara, Naruhodo-san, and you shouldn't think of it purely in terms of its value. Hello, Evie. How you do? She must be a strong-willed woman to turn her back on the world stage and run away all on her own. And kitty. Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova's cuddling here. Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruhodo-san? For the blackest outfit. A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. They look perfect for each other. I mean, perfect for each other, don't they? But there we go. The friend is the little kitten. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. So, where did the snake come from? The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darker would appear to be a Russian blue. But the cat is black, not blue. And yet that leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled man. Whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake slaw of Skirn. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would ever have known. Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Sholm's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his specialty. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake. Also, who carries around a snake skin like that? Who goes around like, I got the skin of a snake? In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? Oh. What is this? Well, it is speckled, and it is a band, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy, a long piece of cloth of some sort, and that looks like a handle at one end. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. How is that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. That sounds positively adorable. Don't try that with me though, chat, alright? Don't try that with me. Don't ever get a cat's toy and use it on the sloth. That won't work. How you doing, snake friend? Aw, chat, he's saying hi to you. Say hello to the snake, everybody. The snake is so cute. Why are snakes adorable in a way?
Yes!
But there we go. It's the cat's toy. Yes, the thing you were trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely in the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. So the cat toy vented? You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. Ekans?
Ekin.
But why? For what reason?
Ekin.
My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the vent into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. A truly troublesome feline young Darka has proven to be. She must be caged once found. Hey Joker, how do you do? You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. We just took it. Alright. Fantastic. So we solved it. It was not a snake that's hers, it's a cat. It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand, and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the vent. So the cat vented cat sus. Darka, she is so naughty. Yay, topic 1 is complete, a beloved kitten. And now, how did he die? You finished adventures and begun Resolve yesterday, congratulations on that. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. I love how he just goes around. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. What Mr. Sholm says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body. One thing you'll say to me is that I'll love this game? I mean, if I didn't love this game, would I still be streaming it? That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the info he's missing now. Let's see. Nope, he was not dead. He was not dead due to that. He was dead through... Yeah, there we go. He got hit. He was hit, so it was the let's use the post-mortem report. There we go. Do you think I played this game for the attention? I played this game for the fun. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Ah, yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath will be strong enough to survive that. Oh. Is that the first time I've seen Naruhodo like that in that pose? Love the right ears I'm wearing today. Oh, why thank you. I got it all fixed up for the stream today. Got it all fixed up. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Imagine wearing that hair every stream. Well, the thing is, what I plan to do is that for every game I'm playing, maybe I can have something of that character. So for Dragon Quest, I can have like the hero's helmet or something on. Phoenix Wright, I can have the Phoenix Wright hair. Super Monkey Ball, have the Monkey Ball on. For Mario Party, maybe wear the Mario hat, I guess, I don't know. Basically, I'm just trying out new things to see, like, how can I make my character stick out a little more? Does this make me stick out a little more? Like my little hairdo? Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. For Metroid, wear a Samus helmet. I should wear Sholmes' hat. I gotta find a way to edit that to make that happen. I had to edit Phoenix's head to get his hair out. Like, this hair was edited by me. But, so yeah, chat, remember when I said that I possibly could not stream this Saturday, I guess? Forget that, I'm streaming this entire weekend, so there will be a stream on Saturday and Sunday. Metroid on Saturday and more Binding of Isaac on Sunday. Yay! Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Don't you just hate it when you fall down and break your neck? Happens to me all the time. How I'm still here, I don't know. I'm a ghost. Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe a Kazuma-sama though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? I think it might be the mark on the floor. He could have slipped on it. That's the only thing I got right now. He could have slipped. He could have slipped and tripped. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor proved the cause of death conclusively. This mark, so visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. I mean, the thing is, I had to get a new pillow recently because the old pillow I was using was breaking my neck up. My neck could not take it anymore, so I had to go with a new pillow that actually works. And I gotta say, my neck has not been in pain since. It stinks waking up with a painful neck, let me tell ya. Shoe polish? Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The ingredients of shoe polish. This is now a pillow ad. By the way, everybody, go get a sloth pillow right now. If you go to pixelsbynight.com and go to my shop, then you can buy the sloth body pillow available now. I'm joking, there is no sloth body pillow. Not yet, though. Not yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future I can have the sloth body pillow available in stores now. Did they ever make a sloth pillow pet? I don't know about that, but wait. Don't you remember what I talked about? Yeah, remember what I talked about before? Hold on, I'm gonna show everybody again. So remember before when I showed the Pillow Cube site, right? This Pillow Cube site sells a sleepy sloth pillow. I'll show it again though, because I love showing it. So take a look at this. Look at this. They actually made a pillow cube of a sloth. Look how cute it is, and if you go through the pictures, it opens up. You can open up the sloth and sleep on its innards. You see, look at these children. They are ripping this poor sloth apart. You see what they're doing, right? This sleepy sloth is about to be ripped apart while he's sleeping. These children are brutal. I don't like it. They are treating sloths like they're cubes. Well, they are cubes, but yeah, they are cute though. That is a pillow I want though, but man, it's pricey. That's $50. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. No! You think that this OST fits the deduction so great? Oh yeah, the music's been great so far. I'm only on the second case and I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Ms. Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi left his life? Lost his life, I mean. Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glass betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. By the way, chat. So, just to ask another question, has anyone played the new WarioWare demo last night? I can't believe that Nintendo pulled it out last night. The moment it came out, I got it recorded and I got the episode up today. If you played it or checked out my video, I hope you enjoyed it. It's such a fun demo. I cannot wait for the full game, and I'm going to record the heck out of that game. You're going to see everything. I love WarioWare. I can't wait. Just less than a month to go. The thing is, I thought the game would be completely different in a way, but no, the demo cleared all doubts. The demo cleared all doubts. When I played that WarioWare demo, I'm like, this is it. This is definitely a WarioWare game. They did it again. They did it again, the Madmen. I'm just glad, because I just thought it was going to be like a little... I thought it was going to be something completely different, like it wouldn't be like an actual WarioWare game. But playing the demo, I feel much better now. I want that game. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true, I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But... and if this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that will prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. And... is it the tiara? I mean, There's only the tiara and the traveling case. I can only go left and right, so it has to... waste paper basket. This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first class cabins have them. And what, all other cabins don't have them? Where did they put the garbage? But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh yeah? Then what's that? What's that piece of rubbish in there? That's rubbish. Oh. Wait a minute. Isn't that the other half of the glass? Oh, what's that? It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Oh wait, can I present that?
Yes!
There we go. So it's in there, the basket. That's right, you hit the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that basket. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the basket in your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? It's a bell? Who has a glass bell? Wait, what's the point of a glass bell? Wouldn't it shatter? I don't know, and that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. Truth is stranger than fiction, and milk is thicker than blood. No, blood is thicker than water, that's another saying. Milk isn't thick at all, I think. No, not much. No. What am I talking about? Don't listen to me. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be... Here we go, the bell on the cat. If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from darkest color, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Darka! Poor Asogi-san. Cause of death, cat. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Death by tripping over what kind of death is that? What kind of death is that though? What? Asogi did not deserve that. Asogi did not deserve that. Kazuma-sama, why? I'm sad now. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast, she disappeared through the vent before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it. Yes. And I had read the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. Is it true, chat? Do I carry a disease? Please tell me the truth, I need to know. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet, I was sure. If someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the vent and into the cabin. Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... I don't think that I can bring over a disease. How do you know? The more you're watching me, the more disease-ish I become. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was... From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Burya is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. Seriously! Death by cat! By cat! By tripping over a cat! But what became of the kitten afterwards? Thrown overboard. Goodbye, kitty. In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the vent. Yet Dorka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared again. Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died, but I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right. Where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it? And where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship? Oh, he's dying. He is... Wait, is he trying to pet the snake and the snake is strangling him? How dare you pet me? Stop petting me, mortal. You will die. Literally, that snake is like, dude, you're dying. Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Pirosko. Pirosko? What? What? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend, without someone who understands? Snake understands me. Snake is best friend. Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? No. But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Pirosko does not have venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable like Granny. Granny also chokes me this way. It's venomless? Yes, now he is hungry, so he's in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Pirosko eats mouses. Big fat round mouses. Oh. I'm the giant rat that makes all of the world. Is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Snake is human, you criminal. Sholmes has that evil anime, like, antagonist look, like, I am the mouse, do not eat me. It refuses to drink milk, it can't hear a whistle, it can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? Sholmes, you okay down there? No! Snakes are weird! How the deuce? It's not my fault I did not make up stories. My Pirosco has nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Tripping over a cat. Yeah, let's bring it up again. Yay! So we're just gonna be quiet like, yeah, that's what happened. Sholmes is confused by snakes. I mean, would you rather see a snake with arms and legs? I don't think so. It'd be a weird reptile. I know it'd be like a lizard, but it would be like a very slithery. I don't want to imagine that. Use British accent? No, I can't talk. I can't talk British. Talk British. Oi, mate, it's me, British Pixel. Bixel, that's the British one. British Pixel is Bixel. There we go. Now I know who Bixel is this whole time. It's British Pixel. Oh my goodness, now I realize everything. Miss Pavlova? Next, are you going to tell me that that I should talk in Japanese for Sasato and Naruhodo? How do I talk Japanese? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. You sus, lady. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. I'll give you the Sasato throw. But what are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. Hey Arthur, how you doing? Where's the himbo? You missed the himbo, he fell down. It was just a series of unfortunate events, an accident. There he is, there's the himbo. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Nice hairs? Ah, thank you. Got it all fixed up for everybody here. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issue. What kind of accent was that? That was not British at all. What is a British accent? Hold on, I need to, let me try something. Google, what is a British accent? None of this is helping. Never mind. Oh. I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Google Translate. Also, Mr. Sholmes is magic. He's just magic. He steals hearts, he puts and removes chains. Not again, when did he do that? Especially as they're on your wrist as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. And he dances. And he fights. You saw those moves. He's a fighting dancer. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom even, and because of that, it means he dies in the second case. Are you joking me? Why must every good friend I have dies? I mean, except Edgeworth. Edgeworth is a fantastic friend, and good thing he did not die. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Edgeworth is your rival, not your friend. But the comics and the stories I've been reading has been shipping them together. What do you mean they're not friends? They're best rivals to lovers. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so whatever that may be, the key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. So he didn't trip over by Cat, unless he actually did. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? Yes! What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. But we already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the vent. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Wait, let's just take a step back. We actually gotta hold it. Wait, that was a hold it, not a yes, right? There was no yes, that was a hold it. That was actually a hold it. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts Miss Pavlova's and Miss Pavlova's story here. Wow. The evidence is right there in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. Hold on, I'm gonna save here. It's been a while, and I want to make sure I don't make many mistakes. So it was not a mere accident. The evidence that shows that it was no mere accident, I'm gonna say it's because of this, because of the message. That's one thing. It could be about the message that was left there, because that's all I got.
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. Plot twist, the doctor on board isn't a real doctor and Kazuma's just in a coma. He must be in one long coma then. He got hit with the Thinker. Well, the Thinker's descendant. You know, he got hit with something hard, so the Thinker's descendant, the Talker. There we go. He got hit by the Thinker's descendant, the Talker. Got it! I solved the case. We can close the game. I'm done. Hey, Alex Gamer, how you doing? There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That script, it's Russian, isn't it? He was rushing to write it. Just in case anybody tries to make that joke, I said it first. Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people will leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. Today is your birthday? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Alex, happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoy that. But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. But yes, chat, give birthday wishes to Alex Gamer. It's his birthday. Hold on, let me see if I can find something really silly. No, I don't want to go on Twitter. There's nothing silly on Twitter. Hold on, I really want to see if this exists. Oh, yes it does. It does.
It's your birthday today, Alex. It's your birthday today, Alex.
It's your birthday today, Alex! I should, you know what? Instead of saying happy birthday to you, I'll just say it's your birthday today. Alright. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Also nice hair. Oh, thank you. I got it fixed up for your birthday today. Birthday today. Ah. Which means after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything because he was already dead. Ugh. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Ms. Pavlova told us was true. Hold on, I gotta see if I can actually make Sholm. You know, I'll try to make Sholm's hat happen for next stream, alright? I'll try to do that. What? And then maybe the week after that, I'll go for Mr. Hosanaga's cat, like, his little hat right there. I love that little hat he has on, it's cute. So Susato-san has noticed it too then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words... Let's see. I'm gonna save again just in case. Because now I've got birthday on the mind, so I got a bit distracted. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. Let's see. Hold on, I can check out the history as well. There's something else we found in there. A remnant that possibly couldn't have been there if Ms. Pavlova told us was true. So something was in the cabin that was not supposed to be there. Because there was this on the floor. And then there was this, but... This was no accident. Could it be the diary? What point are you trying to make with that? Okay, no, it wasn't there. Whoops. Okay, it wasn't that. My badge wasn't supposed to be there. I mean, you're right, though. Sorry, I got a bit distracted. I'm very sorry, chat. There was something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin, a remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if Ms. Pavlova told us was true. So it can't be the mark on the floor because she said that her cat got in. But, the shoe polish though, but that's not it. Hold on, I'm just looking around. What could it be? Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. Could it be the mark on the floor? Yep, okay, there we go. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass belt the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What? If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Exactly. So otherwise the whole bell should have been there. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Ms. Pavlova? Oh no. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. Who's that Pokemon? Do 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 do. Who could it be? And that same person deliberately arranged a scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's. Oh, you're wasting time. Someone else was there, duh, of course, we know this. What are you talking about, Snake Man? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. And only other person in cabin when young student died was you! Who's that Pokemon? Oops.
Yes!
Yes, that was me, you're right. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Would you mind? I'm a stickler for grammar. Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass belt that had fallen to the floor for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always gonna raise questions. Yes, well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would have barely cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item. You all sus me, don't you? Oh, we got this snake. Beef stroganoff. Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. Ah, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth, all my tooth. Do you still remember how the books were all flipped over the morning when you were found? Yeah, I'm thinking that the ship was moved. Somebody moved the ship because we found out that everything turned over when the ship was turning, when they thought a ship was coming. So whoever steered the ship was in cahoots. Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective, you should know. So apparently during the night of the murder, somebody pressed the emergency bell thinking, oh wait, what's going on? Either that or the captain must have worked with the criminal, who knows? Look through thin eyes, cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin, not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Nyet, it's impossible. Duh, he's right. But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. Thread? Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not bond doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so... Susato-san, how could you shift it onto me like that? She's trying to make me look like I'm the dum-dum, even though I am a dum-dum. So Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind haven't been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside? One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, and so should you. Because we've seen it happen. Indeed we have, so would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across on the outside. The method, huh? It has to be this pull cord, right? It has to be the pull cord, right? Because there's nothing else.
Yes!
This is it. This shows how it was done. Oh. Okay, so it wasn't the pull cord. Oops. I jumped to the wrong conclusion, didn't I? A truly dismal way to show how the bolt moves. Dang it, Mr. Sholmes. It did happen. I'm trying to remember how. Something in the back of my mind tells me so. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, we've seen it happen. Let's see. The telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across on the outside. The telling signs? The only signs I have are just this here. Oh, wait. No, the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across on the outside. What could that be, though? I'm gonna save just in case so I don't make many mistakes, since I'm trying to think this now. Because I'm pretty sure I might be thinking too hard in this, but it has to be easy. Telling methods of them that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across on the outside. The outside? What method was there? I can't... It's very obvious, honestly. What, this here?
Yes!
Nope, it was not. Dang it, you say it's obvious, but I'm having a tough time right now. I'm being a doofus. I don't deserve this hair right now. I do not deserve this hair right now. Obvious. What makes it obvious? What could it be? Yeah, sure, I'll take a hint, because otherwise I'll be thinking for about a while. What would the hint be, though? Because I need help with this part. I'm trying to think about it. What's something that would not be in the way if everything went smoothly? That would not be the way... Oh, what's something that would not be the way it is if everything went smoothly? You mean the bookshelf? Yes! Look at the bookcase here. But it says the method, though. The method. See how all the books and things have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown in reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe, yes, the ship lurching is the method. Huh. I just got a bit confused about that. Sorry. Yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia acting on the objects. Is there nothing Sasato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book at least? Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books in the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin not long before and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance! Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hosonaga. Oh, yes! That's it. When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of ineptia, if you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed? Ah, yes, that's exactly what we're going with. The bolt went slide. Oh, the bolt. The books. The SS Burya made another emergency stop? When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Oh my. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Are you out of your mind? You say Burya made an emergency stop. It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room? Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm. Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you to only press the button in times of emergency. Button. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Wait, it was you? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today. Wait, so that was Herlock that pressed the button earlier? Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed, whatever the occasion. Even if it causes a nuclear missile to be launched? Ooh, boom. Shh. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain, you are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we now have learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide closed. So, what we must now consider... Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not? You're idiots. Burya's huge ship with many passengers. If we make stop even in the middle of the night, there will be chaos everywhere. How does it always lurch the same way? Everything only has one direction. We're only moving in one direction at all the time. Which is always one way. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well... It's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night? An emergency... What emergency did we have? Why did you give me a One Direction song? Because of One Direction? Some emergency grit, There was this. I'm gonna say this is the emergency. this, you see? Do you see? No, I don't see because that is not it. Dang it. Okay, so nobody knows about that. So that was not the right one. There was another emergency that happened then. My mistake. My brain is not working 100% right now. Sorry about that. The diary? No, not the ballerina. It could be. I'm gonna put the ship's log because there was nothing written in there. That's why. There was nothing written in there, so something must have happened. Seaman Stroganoff, it's your duty to patrol the first class area of the ship, isn't that right? Duh, that is correct. Why? And the ship's log here, this would be where you record the details of your duties? What are you doing with that? That is mine! Ah, you rather carelessly left at the top the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our own care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose, that is where I always put it. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase, nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? Could Stroganoff be strong enough to lift a car? He can lift my heart. That is, duh, because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you wouldn't normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you? Duh. Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Buria. Duh. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish! If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed? That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of the night. Well, no, that's a good point. What of the throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Ah! Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. Shiny gang! I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had these handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Tears. Ah, well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Oh, was it drugged in some way? Wait, didn't that happen in another... Wasn't there like another case of food poisoning, I guess? Food drugs? Didn't that happen before in a different game? Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right, he didn't touch it. Is that relevant? The Steel Samurai case. Yes, that was it. Mr. Powers got drugged. My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? Somebody messed with my chicken. Who messed with my chicken? Nobody messes with my chicken, okay? I love chicken. If somebody drugged my chicken, I will kill. I will absolutely kill. I do. No. Really, is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes! Well, Seaman? I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there will have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Please, no more. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yeah, so when they decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Not the chicken! Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Then why swallow it? You're like, little mystery thing inside my chicken. I love it. Just fall asleep immediately. We could not make all drug. How do you say it dissolve? Talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Buria slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing poison their evening meals had contained. So if that's what happened, the only person awake on the ship last night, the only people were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there'd be complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins, after which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yes! The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway, and so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Did we get it? I hope we got it. You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. Hold on, gotta get some water in me. Gotta get some water in me. Ah, water, don't spill on me. Needed that. But... I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. What?
Wow.
Oh goodness, that wow. I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Now, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes? Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man, but you can't hear such a call with your ears. No, you must hear with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. Alright, I guess we're going back in this. So, Mr. Naruhodo, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can do. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Alright. I see belly right there. I can see his belly, that's for sure. So let's see, what can show proof that somebody else was there? Oh wait, I just realized the stripes on his face. He's stripy because of the snake. It's because of the snake. I see it. Ah. Oh, look at this. It's some kind of stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink if I'm not mistaken. Ink. And look at the color too. It's clear where this came from. There we go.
Yes.
Ink stain. I like the glass shattering effect. Seaman Stroganoff, you seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Yes, I don't know where that dirt come from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform, and I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, the evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is. It's gotta be the message. That's what the ink was used for. Yes, it's this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink? If I go into special content, I can hear attempted sound effects for glass breaking. That's pretty cool. A rather unusual color of ink, purple. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes. It was me, I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in that student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Broya do emergency stop and both cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would sus our angel. Beef, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling Passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the vent into Mr. Osogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Floor? Yes, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried about when she heard sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. Did Kazuma really just fall? I mean, hopefully it just tells us, cause if he really just fell, no, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened the door to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? When you went to Mr. Osogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Ooh, go Susato. Well, Miss Pavlova? Yeah. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. He's good at taking photos. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, well... If Kazuma tripped and fell and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? Isn't it the message part? This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Kazuma, so if you're looking for something unnatural, that's the point. Very true, it is certainly peculiar, but it's not what I mean by unnatural, I'm afraid. That crass detail is orchestrated by the culprit. I mean to identify another point. Oh, I see. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. In my opinion, if you landed as the victim appears to have done here, it would be most unnatural. I'm sure you'll reach the same conclusion. How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you for your gentle guidance. So I was wrong, but I didn't lose a point for that. What would be the most unnatural part? If he tripped and fell. What would you do if he fell? If I fell, I would catch myself. Hold on, I'm gonna save just in case and think it over. If I fell, I would probably catch myself, but... Oh, wait a second. Could it be the head?
Yes!
Okay, I just thought I thought his head would be like face down on the floor instead of like turned over. Okay, so that clearly wasn't right. Okay, I gotta look clearly. Let me look a bit more clearly into this. Let my big brain handle this. So what looks out of place? I said the message, but that was not it. Which part of this seems unnatural? This finger here?
Yes!
Oh no, it's the same thing. You would use something to try and soften your fall, right? But there's no way I can soften my blow but before I fall, right? Wait. Could it be... It does have to be with the positioning of something. Could it be the headband? Is that unnatural? If he got hit in the back of the head and fell down, what seems the most unnatural? Oh my goodness, Ray, what the heck? Hello, Mr. Bobobo-san. Is that my name just from now on? Try falling and see what you put first? If I fell, my hands would come out first. So... what seems unnatural? If I fell down right now, I will put my arms out first, so... And how would you pose your hands? My hands would be out in the open. Wait a minute, so I shouldn't be having a fist.
Yes!
Oh, it's because they're in a fist. It's because they're in a fist. Fist! What the fist is going on? Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fish just doesn't... Fish? Did I say fish? This fist just doesn't seem right. Oops. I said fish. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Or fall face first so my nose will break my fall. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. You catch yourself with a fist? Okay, so this is how an anime protagonist would do it. They fall, but then they will start punching the floor a lot to soften the blow. They go like, and then, they won't fall face first. Their fist will soften the blow if they keep punching it right there, right? Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. I removed it myself. So I sawed off his fist. Here's the victim's fist right here, as evidence. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madame. Why would I keep you in sus? In sus? In sus? Oh, this is what I found. Oh, somebody's familiar earring. A crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle? Is Sholmes a sussy wussy? Why should we bring those words into this game? Yes, you're right, a crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks... It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Ah, observation of Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizing close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes. My brand! Where did the crescent moon come from? Her right ear! Yes. Break that glass! Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it on must have broken, I suppose. Nani? But looking at your other ear, I notice a crescent moon. Oh, I don't believe it. No way, I don't believe this. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear, perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night at Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. You got a gut, okay, bye, Pixel Dog. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him, dancing. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boats in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Todoroki, wait! Are we gonna see Cat come through vent? I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the vent. Cat vent. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Docker would not come back. Knockety knockety. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, that was him talking. It's been a while since I've seen Kazuma talk because, you know, he's dead. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He's alive in the past. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Don't ever ask where the wind is coming from. He's just perfect. So perfect he died. In the most unperfect way. Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, she didn't know about the person in the cabinet. She didn't know that I was in the cabinet. She thought I was pulling the cord. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Oh! Taraka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... Ooh! I pushed him. Oh, he got hit with the side of the bed. Oh. Ouch. I don't even know why. I don't know why he did it. I was just so scared. And Stevie, now's not the time for jokes like that, Bedpost 1. What do you mean? I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. She literally used her cat as a trip. To trip him, really now. And that's when you went to fetch help? The Bedpost 1 just whoever knew that a bed could win? A thing that couldn't move. Okay, so wait. So chat, is this literally a case of the Bedpost winning by doing absolutely nothing? The Bedpost is the new Luigi, winning by absolutely doing nothing. Wow, Mario Party sucks! From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and dud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help, and that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. Why does Stroganoff look like he wrapped himself in bandages and got a tan? Oh, he has a snake, and the snake was around his face. He has a pet snake. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes, I went into the cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there, and then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still asleep. Right, that's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. Chat, you know what's the crazy thing? I've been streaming for 2 hours right now, and we've been in this room the entire time. We have not moved anywhere else in these 2 hours. We've just been in this room for 2 hours, and I'm still hooked on it. I wasn't even paying attention that we were still in here. I'm like, this story is getting crazy. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote, so that person who found him will look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin, I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to our cabin and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt in the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you run away from your homeland, and it's because you were worried that he was gonna tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, the inspector part. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Oh, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So, she killed by over-exaggeration. She over-exaggerated and killed him. Sad day we have indeed. So before he could pull the bell cord, I... May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. Ray's making a lot of mistakes. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but... No bully? Everybody... So wait, chat, you're saying that everybody in chat can bully me, but I can't bully right back. Is that what's going on? How come I'm the one that gets bullied? I want to bully back. That's not fair. That's not... That's not... He was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. Chat privileges! No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not done yet, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes, what action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Maybe wake me up? I'm bound by Twitch TOS stream. Curse the terms of services! Why? Why do I want to stream on Twitch? You know what? I'm moving to Mixer. How about that? I'm going to Mixer right now. Here we go. Mixer.com. Facebook gaming. Ew! Disgusting. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. There is no Mixer, only pain. It really was pain. I feel sorry for everybody on Mixer who spent all their time becoming big on it only to start over again. That really sucks. How many more deductions? As many as Mr. Shom-sama wants. If Shomes wants 20 deductions, we get 20 deductions. So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. Just go buy a mixer and make myself what? Drinks? So imagine I get myself a mixer and in the middle of the stream I'm like, let's play Phoenix Wright, and you just hear beep. Oh, I'm just making my drink, everybody. Don't mind the sound. Just making myself a drink over. Ah, my drink. Oh, it's freaking thick. Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. If there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manners of truth. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? Oh, point of view, you're Kazuma. So, chat, do you like this point of view of being Kazuma? I am Kazuma. Look at me. I'm playing as Kazuma.
Take that!
The wardrobe. Oh my goodness, Kazuma was actually Pavlova. Considering everything that had happened last night, POV you're about to do. It may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend sleeping soundly. You are already dead, no big surprise. Oh wait, that's Beef Stroganoff right there. You are already dead, no big surprise. Surprise! Miss Pavlova, please think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to console his close friend on the matter. The man in the wardrobe. To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that because you killed him. You're a murderer. You did it. You killed her. You're going to jail. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is a man lost his life because of what you did, and that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. Never, never forget that, okay? Never, never, never! Literally, what a bad way to die. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done? Sorry doesn't oh my goodness, very well. And so at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria, we do not bring freaking color into this. Do not do that, Ray. Was finally laid to rest. Wait, is that it? Is that... wait, is there... That can't be it, right? Like, there has to be a court case, or is this game really different? What will happen to... Wait, you mean... Wait, do you mean this is how the... I'm actually thrown off. We actually just solved the case and it was mostly detective stuff. I'm like, wait, when does the court stuff happen? I'm used to a court... You mean there is no court case that's gonna happen in this case? You mean this is it? That's how the case ends? I'm really thrown off right now. Holy flip, I'm shocked. I'm really thrown off. That is really different. After playing all these Ace Attorney games, I'm like, there's gotta be a court case somewhere. Where's the court case happening? Okay. No, this is it. Wow. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Try not to crash the ship while doing guard. Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she will be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganoff? I wanted to help our angel no matter what, but I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. What about the snake, though? Wait, what about a snake? Will the snake go to jail with him, or is the snake not gonna be? In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste. It does! This whole thing was just a reason to kill a character off. That is horrible. But... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the count. Oh, I gotta go back to Japan? Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. This case feels like a waste. We should have skipped it. You know what? Let's make this better. Let's make this better. How about this whole thing was a waste? This whole game was a waste. I joke though. I mean, imagine going... So wait. I know, I gotta go back to Japan, right? Because Kazuma's dead. It is his study tour. No reason for me to go to Great Britain anymore because he's not there. So this whole case was really a waste. I really wasted like a lot of time. But I lost a lot of time. I lost a friend. What did I gain? Susato has thrown me 2, maybe 3 times. And I may have got a concussion. What the heck did I just gained? Knowledge? Ew, I'd rather get exposure. We gained Herlock Sholmes. Okay, you got me there. We did get Herlock Sholmes. Alright, that was worth it. Never mind. So you should get back to your cabin now. We did get the good man himself, so not all was lost. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun, then. To think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. So what, is this the meme where it's like, Kazuma is no longer my best friend? Sholmes is my new best friend now? Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Oh, Susato. Susato-san? Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you have returned. She has a sword. She's ready to kill. She's gonna murder Pavlova. No way, she's gonna murder the cat and Pavlova. She's murdering. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Oh. Aww. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Susato-san. When sad. When I sad. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away. Just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now, Now we know the truth, that it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Hosonaga! Oh, he got his glasses fixed up. Yay! Inspector. My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed. And he caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now. How did these get back on? How do I not notice when I'm moving my arms around? Do I just keep my arms close together like a freaking raccoon? What's up, boys? Surprising, Mr. Naruhodo? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Once a prisoner, always a prisoner? Dang it, you're right. Sorry? So I decided to restore them for old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway after all. I love how he bends his back so far, but when I do that, my back snaps in half and I go to the hospital crying too much. He thinks this is funny. He just laughs forever. Herlock Sholmes laughs in your face for 10 minutes straight while unfitting music plays. Mr. Sholmes. Herlock can absolutely pickpocket someone no problem if he wanted. What makes you think he hasn't? Where do you think he got the goggles from? Do you think he suddenly got those from someone? No. Herlock is a lie. He got that whole outfit from somebody. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heart-rending. I hope that you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be? In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know? All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can Is he insinuating that I pose myself as a lawyer with a freaking collar pin? I mean, I can show that to everybody and they'll be like, oh, is that a lawyer pin? I'm so glad I can show that to people. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Ouch. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. Ms. Susato? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? No! Game over. But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... Oh, I'm sorry, in that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study to learn what I must become to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Is it really that easy, though? Freaking Phoenix had to get his law degree. He had to take the bar and everything. Here, 1 month is all I need. Alright, so what I gotta do is scream at people, say hold it, say objection, and present evidence. Got it, I'm a lawyer now. I did it. Mr. Naruhodo, that's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting that anybody could learn all that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? Become a video game lawyer? Mr. Mario, you killed Bowser many times? And if by the time we reach Great Britain I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma, he said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. They just stare at me for 10 minutes straight. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Usato? You're crazy. Oh, she smiled! I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. This is Phoenix, right? Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. I mean, if that were true, then I believe I have a master's, I have a PhD in doctoring. I should be Dr. Pixel now. I should play Dr. Mario. And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes, from the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. By the way, chat, I really hope this game sells very well. I really hope so. So Capcom understands that we are thirsty for new Ace Attorney content. We are salivating from the mouths. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? Someone recommended medicine to someone? You look like a doctor. Yes. You should take Flintstone's vitamin tablets. Take all those tablets. Each Flintstone's character, especially the Barney Rubble one. The Barney Rubble vitamin tablet is the best one. That makes you healthy in the quickest time possible. Do not eat the Fred Flintstone tablet. That's the bad one. I said I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report. If he gets beaten up again, he deserves a hug. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Flintstone's gummies have been protecting you for COVID for years. Oh yeah, this is the 2nd year of COVID, isn't it? Yay! Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, Would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer. I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. There's the Maya hand thing. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this. Cut people down, starting with Miss Pavlova. What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Kuruma. It's a great sword that's been in the Yosogi clan for generations. Alright, gang. Who wants to talk about murders? Yay! Adachi! Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it always. Phoenix Wright Hack and Slash game. This game is going through many different genres right now. When did Phoenix Wright become an RPG? So then, Mr. Sato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. You'll be stuck here forever. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. Whoa! 3 times? All because she threw me to the ground 3 times. Mamma mia! What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the— No! I won't let you make excuses for me! Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you, and not just once, but 5 times! Was it 5? That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? 99 times! Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Then Mr. Sholmes picks her up and yeets her. What a twist. Mr. Sholmes, you don't yeet the woman, okay? I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confessed I was most impressed. Just say, yeet! Yeet! When did he see that? Wait, when did he see that? I presumed that— oh wait, he was there when it happened. So yeah, he did see the throw once. I was thrown when he was there, and I was like, why didn't you throw Mr. Sholmes? Why'd you yeet at me? Oh my, that's 2 perfect emotes right there. Screaming girl and crying table. I presume that will be a form of Japanese wrestling? Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique. Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. Oh my goodness, no. Stop it. Sholmes, what are you doing? Do not— You're about to touch her face. Dude, we can't— Wait, he actually, like— Look how close the fists get to her. Look, they actually touch her. She's been getting punched. Oh my goodness. Mr. Sholmes, how could you? You're actually punching the poor girl. I can't believe this. He should go to jail. She didn't even hurt you. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I am a somewhat accomplished boxer. These hands are rated E for every— E. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. Oh no, is she gonna practice on me? Yes, I'd be honored. We'll use Naruhodo-kun as the dummy. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. So you have chosen death. Oh no, I have chosen death. I have chosen death. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? Yeah! Ah! As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh yes, arresting indeed, and that is what you termed the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no, that was a Susato what? Susato squash? I've chosen death, I'm going to die. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Oh? Kuruma? That is one long sword. It goes on for miles. This sword... How long is this sword? It's going on for My goodness, that was a long sword. That sword went on for miles. That sword had legs. Oh. Oh my goodness, CB, you did. So this is what CB got. Wow. He actually did hit first. He hit first. Those fists do be rated E for everyone right there. That's right, it's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. Ooh, does that mean I get to do the same animations? A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Kuruma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. That isn't contact, that's straight phasing through. He's a ghost! Wait, who's the ghost? Are we playing Phasmophobia right now? Oh no, we gotta figure out which one's the ghost. Phasmophobia style. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. Blushes. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Blushes. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. Easily, it was to destroy Great Britain, right? Destroy everything. But I'm gonna see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. Caledon, that's where we're going. Or Londonfornia. We're going to Londonfornia. Londonfornia, here we come. Case 2 is over. That was... The finale of the case took place in one freaking room. That was insane right there. My goodness, that was insane right there. It was surprising that the first one had a court case. This one didn't. I think this might have one. But yes, chat, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. That was the end of episode 2. Next week, we will be hitting up episode 3, The Adventure of the Runaway Room. It sounds very interesting and I cannot wait to check it out. But of course, this will be it. If you haven't followed my Twitch channel, please do for more. I upload every day on my YouTube channel. I did upload a WarioWare demo video today. Let me tell you, this game is fun and I can't wait for it to come out in September. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with Metroid. The Samus Returns, that's the game, yes. I'll be back with Metroid tomorrow. Until then, adios everybody. Have a good night. Sleep well and somebody get the glue for my hair, please. But yes. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.